Your baby is staring at you again, that long, unblinking, completely serious gaze, and most parents have absolutely no idea what is actually happening in that moment. That stare is not random. It is not zoning out. It is one of the most complex and purposeful neurological activities happening in the human brain right now. Developmental neuroscientists have spent decades studying infant gaze, and what they have discovered will completely change how you see every single staring moment. Your baby's stare is a data collection mission, an emotional calibration tool, a bonding mechanism, and a brain-building event, all happening at once. Stay through every minute of this video because by the end, you will understand your baby's gaze in a way that will genuinely take your breath away. Before we go further, please subscribe by clicking the button below. Every week, we bring you real infant brain science explained in plain parenting language. Welcome to Tiny Mind Talks. Today's topic is infant gaze, and it is one of the most fascinating subjects in all of developmental neuroscience. To understand what your baby's stare really means, we need to start with one fundamental truth about the newborn visual system that surprises almost every parent. Newborns can only clearly see objects between 8 and 12 inches away. That is precisely the distance between a feeding baby and a caregiver's face. This is not a coincidence. Evolution precisely calibrated the newborn visual system, so the first thing a baby can clearly see is a human face, yours. Within hours of birth, babies already show a measurable preference for looking at human faces over any other visual pattern of equal complexity. And not just any face. Research shows newborns specifically prefer faces that look directly back at them, faces making mutual eye contact over faces looking away. The newborn brain is not passively receiving visual input. It is actively hunting for faces, actively seeking eye contact, actively looking for you specifically. By 2 months, babies show another stunning visual behavior. They begin tracking a moving face with their eyes, following it left and right and up and down. This face tracking is not just a visual exercise. Every time your baby tracks your face, they are strengthening neural pathways for attention, prediction, and social engagement. Research from Cambridge University found that by 3 months, babies specifically increase their staring when a face looks directly at them. Gaze triggers gaze. Your baby stares at you because their brain is specifically designed to do exactly that. The stare is not random. The stare is the assignment their brain was born with. But the visual system is only the beginning. What your baby is actually doing while staring at you goes so much deeper than just seeing. It's about reading. While your baby stares at you, they are performing a real-time emotional scan of your face that is more sophisticated than most adults realize is possible in an infant. Research shows that by 5 months, babies can reliably distinguish between happy, sad, surprised, and fearful facial expressions, even in faces they have never seen. Your baby is not just seeing your expression, they're decoding the emotional state underneath it and updating their internal model of how you are feeling right now. Scientists call this facial affect reading. Your baby's brain dedicates remarkable processing resources to it every single time they look at your face. And what they find in your face becomes data that their nervous system uses to calibrate its own internal emotional state within seconds of seeing you. This is why when you enter a room upset and then force a smile, your baby often still looks unsettled. They read the real signal beneath the performed one. Research by Dr. Beatrice Beebe found that babies read the timing, rhythm, and micro-expressions of a caregiver's face, features that most adults are not even consciously aware of. Your baby is the most honest emotional barometer you will ever meet. Their stare is reading you at a depth that most people never experience from anyone else in their life. And this depth of reading serves a profound developmental purpose. Your baby is building a predictive model of you, learning who you are so they can anticipate what comes next. Every staring session adds new data to that model. Over time, your baby builds one of the most detailed and accurate internal representation of another person that exists. Now I want to introduce you to a specific type of baby stare, one that carries one of the most important functions in the entire first year of life. When your baby does something new and then immediately looks at your face, developmental scientists call this social referencing, and it is extraordinary. Social referencing typically begins around 8 to 9 months and represents a quantum leap in your baby's social and cognitive development. Your baby is asking with their eyes, is this safe? Is this good? Should I be excited or afraid? And your face is the only answer they trust completely. Studies show that when a parent shows fear at a novel object, the baby consistently avoids it. When the parent shows delight, the baby consistently approaches it. Your face is your baby's emotional GPS. When they look at you, they are asking, what is the emotional terrain here? And is it safe for me to explore it? This is why what you show on your face when your baby looks to you matters so profoundly. You are literally programming their approach to the unknown world. A baby who receives consistently reassuring, warm, curious reactions when they reference a parent's face develops a fundamentally different relationship with novelty and challenge. They develop what researchers call a secure base for exploration, the internal confidence that the world is safe enough to investigate and that help is available if needed. Every time your baby looks at your face for reassurance and finds it there, they are building the courage that will carry them through every challenge that follows. Now I want to talk about something that happens during a very specific kind of baby stare, one that most parents feel deeply but cannot quite explain: the mutual gaze. Before we continue, if this content is giving you new eyes for your baby's gaze, please hit subscribe and the notification bell so you never miss a new episode. When you and your baby hold each other's gaze, both of your brains release oxytocin, the bonding hormone. You are literally bonding through eye contact. Research from Bar-Ilan University found that the longer the mutual gaze between parent and baby, the higher the oxytocin levels measured in both of them afterward. This means that every time you hold your baby's gaze, every staring contest you engage in, every time you look back into those searching eyes, you are biologically bonding. The bonding gaze also synchronizes your brainwaves. Studies using dual EEG have found that parent and baby brains literally fall into synchronized rhythms during mutual gaze. Your baby's brain and your brain are literally speaking to each other through your eyes. The stare is a direct neural communication channel between two human beings. This neural synchrony during mutual gaze is thought to be one of the primary mechanisms through which attachment, the deep emotional bond between parent and child, is formed. And the quality of that attachment bond, built moment by moment through thousands of shared gazes, predicts outcomes across every domain of your child's development. Social development, emotional regulation, cognitive growth, physical health, resilience, all of these are predicted by the quality of early attachment that gaze helps build. Beyond bonding and emotional reading, your baby's stare is doing something else remarkable. It's one of the primary ways they learn about the physical world around them. Joint attention, when your baby follows your gaze to look at whatever you are looking at, is one of the most powerful learning mechanisms in early childhood. When a baby follows a parent's gaze and both look at the same object together, the baby learns the name of that object 5 times faster than through any other method. Joint attention appears around 9 to 12 months, and its development is considered one of the clearest early indicators of healthy social and cognitive development. When you narrate what you are looking at while your baby watches your face, you are giving them something extraordinarily powerful, a guided map of what matters. Every object you look at and name while your baby watches, every scene you narrate while they hold your gaze, all of it is vocabulary and world knowledge being built. Baby stares also drive something researchers call gaze contingency learning, learning that happens specifically because the baby is watching someone's eyes for reaction and feedback. Your baby is watching your eyes to learn what works, what matters, what gets a response, what produces connection. Your eyes are their most important learning feedback system. This is why screen-based learning, no matter how educational, cannot replicate the learning that happens through live, responsive, contingent human gaze. The eyes must respond. The screen cannot stare back with recognition, it cannot light up specifically for your baby, it cannot adjust its gaze in real time to what your baby needs in this exact moment. When your baby stares at you during feeding, during a diaper change, during a quiet moment on the rug, they are not wasting time, they are in class. The classroom is your face, the curriculum is everything you express, attend to, react to, and look at. The student is the most motivated learner who has ever existed. We're entering the final section of today's video, and I want to bring everything together into something practical you can carry into the next staring moment. The next time your baby locks eyes with you and holds that gaze, here's what is actually happening. They are collecting data, building your internal model, and bonding with you. They are reading your emotional state, calibrating their own nervous system to match yours, and filing the results as evidence about what the world is like. They are referencing your reaction to decide whether to explore.
They are reading your emotional state, calibrating their own nervous system to match yours, and filing the results as evidence about what the world is like. They are referencing your reaction to decide whether to explore or retreat, and they are synchronizing their brainwaves with yours through the simple act of mutual gaze. All of this is happening in the space of seconds, behind those enormous, serious, impossibly attentive eyes. The stare is never nothing. The stare is always everything. So what does this mean for you practically? It means that the moments when your baby stares at you are not interruptions to your day. They're the most important moments of your day. When your baby stares at you and you stare back, fully, warmly, with your whole face present, you are giving them one of the most neurologically complete gifts possible. You do not need to make it elaborate. You do not need to talk or perform or teach. Just hold the gaze. Look back. Stay present for those few extraordinary seconds. Research by Dr. Kirsten Moberg shows that even 30 seconds of mutual gaze produces measurable increases in oxytocin in both the parent and the baby. 30 seconds. You already have 30 seconds. In the next diaper change, the next feeding, the next quiet moment on the rug. The tool is always within reach. I want to speak for a moment to parents who find sustained eye contact with their baby difficult, whether from exhaustion, stress, or personal history. This is more common than you know. Your baby's stare is not a demand. It is an invitation, and even partial, imperfect, tired responses to that invitation are enough to keep building the bond. The research is consistent and clear. It is not individual perfect moments that shape the relationship. It is the overall pattern of warmth and presence over time. And your baby's gaze itself is one of the most generous things they will ever offer you. It carries no judgment, no expectation of perfection, only complete and total trust. Every time your baby stares at you, they are saying something that has no words. Something like, "You are my whole world, and I'm still learning what that means." And when you look back at them, when you meet that gaze and hold it, you are answering, "I see you. You are safe. You are known. You are everything too." The most profound conversations happening in your home right now have no words at all. They happen in the space between your eyes and your baby's eyes. That wordless conversation is building your baby's brain, forming their attachment, shaping their emotional intelligence, and teaching them what love feels like. The next time your baby stares at you from across the room, that long, serious, unblinking gaze, I hope you feel the full weight and wonder of what is happening. They are not staring blankly. They are working. They are building. They are connecting. They are learning. They are loving you in the most complete way they currently know how. Leave me a comment below. What is the longest your baby has ever held your gaze? And did you know before today what was actually happening in that moment? Subscribe, hit the bell, and I will see you next week with more science that changes how you see your baby. Your baby is lucky to have someone who wants to understand them this deeply.